season, home and away, I felt so bad. But I promise this season, we are going to work on you thoroughly. Yeah? FC hoye. Shabana hoye. Gor Mahia hoye. Bandari, the representative from Bandari is also on the way here. You know, they live in Mombasa. And I'm told Mombasa, ukichukua ndege, it takes like 2 hours to land here. But it's okay. We are going to wait for them. But he's just a few minutes away from here. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you our partners. And when I say partners, I mean ODM, the leadership of the ODM party that is here. I just mentioned their names. Then they will have an opportunity to come after Fred has taken you through the process. Is that okay? We have, in front of me here is Honorable Irene Mayaka, we a nominated member in the National Assembly. With the Honorable Otienda Amolo, who is the captain of Bunge FC. This guy is a prolific striker. The national vice chairman of the party. We also have the executive director, tunamwita OCS wa ODM, Mr. Odwor Ongwen. The sporty lady in the middle is called Mama Dago, Honorable Beatrice Elachi, MP for Dagoretti North. Then the other beautiful lady next to her is called Honorable Rosa Boyu, the Secretary for Political Affairs of the ODM party. And the man on the far end is Honorable Aero, the MP for Kibra. One can remember when he was a principal of Upper Hill and also Dagoretti. He nurtured a lot of talent. And some of the talent are showcasing their skills in the top flight league here in the country. Tumpige makofi pia. We also have other players who have been who are also involved in this activity. We have tunamwita Anima Ferrari. Susimame wakuone. Yes. Kuna wengine? Yes. We have yes, one of the best referees of our time. Nikiwa mdogo nilikuwa naona referee, sasa bila mala anatangaza mpira, tulikuwa na karedio kasanyo pale. Referee wa mechi ya leo ni GMT Otieno. Tafadhali. Thank you very much. Na wengineo, sio? Now, ODM at 20 is an activity that has been well thought. Ni activity ambayo italeta watu wengi sana kule Mombasa, from all parts of this country. And when we invite you to this tournament, be assured of that fanatical support ambayo mnakuaga nao mkiwa Nairobi. Those who play in Nairobi like FC Leopards and Gor Mahia. Na Shabana ile yenu ya Kisii pia kutakuwa na fans wenu pale. So we are going to have, even Bandari watakuwa home team pale, watakuwa na fans wao. Fear nobody. Play your heart out. Chezeni kama mnacheza. Mkijua kwamba we are playing because you know the league inaendelea, sio? Ukigwara mwenzako mguu akae nje kama Rodri for 2 seasons, so unajua pia imeisha hivyo. So this is a friendly tournament ambayo mtaonyesha tu babe wenu, usiumize mwenzako, be friends like you've always been, na tunaendelea mbele. So without much ado, I want to welcome Fred, because you know, this is the first time that I'm witnessing this kind of a draw. Na unaga tu UEFA Champions League wakifanya draw, unapata Ronaldo anashika hivi, unapata Thierry Henry pia ana pick yake, and vitu kama hivyo. This is going to happen here at home, courtesy of ODM. Sema ODM. Nikisema Chungwa Nation, tunasema tukutane Mombasa, because all of us are going to Mombasa. Chungwa Nation. Thank you very much. Fred Arocho, uwanja ni wako.
Thank you very much. Once again, a round of applause to the Director of Communications at ODM, Asante sana Philip. Now, we'll have three parts of this event. First, of course, the introduction that has been done. I'll also do some introduction as far as the teams are concerned. And then we'll move to the draw. Now, the teams that are present, Gor Mahia, just wave. Gor Mahia, I just need you to wave. Thank you very much. Gor Mahia represented. FC Leopards, kindly wave. Thank you very much. Bandari, unfortunately, might not be part of us today. But of course, they will be with us in Mombasa. And the new kid on the block, Shabana, please wave. I say the new kid on the block. I mean the team that is currently on top of the league. Once again, a round of applause to Shabana. Yes. No, you know, you have to recognize excellence. The team on top of the table, another round of applause. Thank you very much. About 4 or 5 years ago, I met a gentleman at Toyoyo. This gentleman is Daktari. He's a doctor by profession. He was really into a club. That club was then struggling. That's why I'm giving them the accolades that I'm giving them. Daktari, good job. That is Secretary General of Shabana. And 5 years later, Shabana is somewhere near Gor Mahia, near FC Leopards.
Ni ukweli.
That is the essence of soccer. So let's move to the next team, the technical team that is going to run this tournament. Let's wave. Initially, GMT was introduced. Oguda, former CEO of KPL, very good job. And of course, the entire team. So at this moment, I'll call upon Ferrari and the chairman of the fans to come on stage. It will be a very short event. The first two teams that are going to be picked are the teams that are going to play the first match. I must emphasize that. The first two teams that are going to be picked, the 4 teams are here. The first 2 are going to play the first match. And of course, this is a knockout tournament. So, ukichapwa, unatembea. So, please move close to the camera, in the middle of the camera. So ladies always go first, sindio? It's the new. Now, Ferrari, kindly give us the first team that will feature in the ODM at 20. Wow, wow. The first team, ladies and gentlemen, that will play the opening match is Bandari. The home team, Bandari FC, will play in the first match. And of course, as the home team, they'll make sure that we are comfortable. Ferrari, Mama Tuapo, don't go down, okay? The chairman of the fans, of course, fans are a very important team. So the CEO, of the fans, kindly Mr. Okota, do us the honors. Now, Bandari will be taking on, ladies and gentlemen. Bandari will be taking on Bandari will be playing Mabibi na Mabwana. Bandari will be playing FC Leopards. Wow, 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 wow. That's a match, ladies and gentlemen. The first match will be Bandari versus AFC Leopard. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's obvious. But no. There's nothing obvious in football. Ladies, kindly. The reason why I'm saying it's not obvious, in soccer, the first team that comes is the home team. So in terms of the dressings, in terms of the logistics of the match, we need to home team. So of course, Ferrari, kazi kwako. The team that will be at home, the second match, ladies and gentlemen, mabibi na mabwana, mechi ya pili, the home team will be wow, Shabana FC will be at home in the second match. Now the third match. No, not the third match. The second match, the team that will be away. Sorry about that. It is, of course, but lazima itolewe, sio? Lazima. So, mabibi na mabwana, the team that will be away is none other than Gor Mahia. So, once again, the first match will be Bandari, the home team, against, not Shabana, Aish. Against FC Leopards. Then Shabana will be at home against Gor Mahia. Now, for the guys who've seen the program is already out, so basically that sequence will be followed. So at this particular moment, we'll have speeches, and of course, we'll get to know more about this event. So at this particular moment, let me please welcome Honorable Rene Mayaka to give us the overview and of course introduce the other honorable guests. Makofi jamani.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. It's morning still. Good morning. It's afternoon somewhere in the world. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for gracing this occasion. I know most of us love soccer. We are here because we love the game. But more importantly, I know we've had a lot of questions. People asking why Gor Mahia, AFC, Shabana, and Bandari. So I need to give the reason why. And that is because ODM as a party also has a lot of influence in terms of soccer. Yeah, our patron is the party leader. Our party leader is also the patron of Gor Mahia. One of the deputy party leaders is a patron of Shabana. So what we said is that we want to have the 4 largest community teams in Kenya that play in the KPL participating in this, and those are the teams that are from our main strongholds. So if we had more time, we would have more teams. But on this one, we want to focus. Big thank you to the SGs of AFC, Gor Mahia, and Shabana, and the team manager and the chairperson of Bandari for their support. We've been having conversations, engaging together to ensure that we actually have an extremely successful tournament. So I just want to, first of all, introduce the technical team so that you get to know who they are. The technical committee is led by myself, as Aero, the Honorable Otiende Amolo, from our captain for Bunge FC. And then we do have a couple of other technical people who are professional in the soccer game. But first also we do have Tony Moturi from our ODM office and also the legal advisor for the technical committee, because we want to make sure that we are following procedures. We have Jack Oguda, who is the head of logistics for the committee, former KPL CEO. We have Ferrari Anima, former Deputy SG, Gor Mahia, currently part of the KPL committee, FKF committee. We have Frank, who is away on other duties, but Frank is the head of competitions for FKF in Kenya. We have Kale Collins, who is a NEC member of FKF, also part of the team. We have JMT Oteno, who is also in charge of our security for the team. And we do have Sadiq from FKF as well. So as you can see, we have very good partnership between ODM and FKF because we wanted to ensure that this tournament is aligned to the FIFA regulations and the FKF's regulations so that it has the seriousness that it deserves. The other thing that I need to mention is that we will be playing at the Bandari FC home ground, that is Mbaraki. We will have fun watch parties for fans that are being organized by Mombasa County because we do understand the nature of all these teams is that they have very many fans. Baraki might not be enough, so we will have specific watch party areas that we will advise you as well. And then in terms of the games, so the first 2 games will be played on the 9th. First game begins at 2 p.m. and the other one at 4 p.m. Those will be played at Mbaraki on the 9th. And then on the 10th, we will have in the morning the 3rd playoff so that we determine who number 3 is. We have a ladies team from Mombasa, 2 ladies teams that are going to play as well because we also want to involve female soccer in this as well. And then we will have a select team made up of the 2 teams that will play in the 3rd playoff versus Chungwa Nation FC. So Chungwa Nation FC is a combination of our ODM MPs, some of our MCAs, Chungwa staff members. They will also have a team that will play versus the select team. And then after that, we will have the final match for whoever will be the winners. Prize money, very important so that people know that despite this being a friendly competition, we also want the teams to get away with something. So the winner will get 1 million. $100,000. And then 4th place will be 250,000. And also a token for the Chungwa Nation FC team as well, 250,000. So as you can see, everyone goes with a prize. And then the female teams as well will also get a token of appreciation from us. So everyone goes away with something. The female players. I am answering that. Relax, relax. Ladies, relax. It's not a by the way. So the ladies will each get an allowance of 2,500 per player, and the technical team will get 5,000. Yes. So everyone goes away with something. Rosa, I know you're very philanthropic. If you do wish to add any more, you are more than welcome. Yes. But I guess that is it. So all we want to do is encourage everyone. As we said, it's a friendly competition. These are teams that are very competitive. They are top flight teams, but we also want people to have fun. We want people to enjoy themselves. We want to see you all in Mombasa so that we again showcase that this is a country that is great in terms of soccer. Because I will not come back again, let me just take this opportunity to also just appreciate Homeboys for their support throughout this. Homeboys will be helping to also, yes, let's give them a round of applause, because they will be helping to ensure that at Mbaraki, we have the look and feel of what we told them is we want to feel like it's Chan again. Yeah, via ODM standards. We don't want anything less. It has to look like it's Chan being replayed again. So it has to look at the very best. So to thank them, to thank the Azimio TV, our media teams, to thank the planning committee members, represented here by Rosa, Elachi, ED, myself, and to also thank the technical committee that has been assisting with this. So we do, other than the sports technical committee, we also have a larger technical committee that is assisting us with all the events. But having said that, also while you're in Mombasa, just know on the 10th, this is an ODM extravaganza. So even while soccer begins on the 9th, because it's the pre-event, on the 10th, we do have a youth event happening. And then in the evening, we have a youth concert that is going to happen. So wale wanapenda sherehe, this is your chance to shine at the sherehe. And then the 11th, we'll have the main function for the celebration. And then on Sunday, we will have a church function, just to again wrap it up and thank God for the 20 years that ODM has been in existence, and to also celebrate. So to encourage you also to please come, please join us. We do have registration provided by Homeboys, where you can register online so that you have your badges to make it easy for you to move around in Mombasa. So karibuni sana. And also during the sports tournament, besides the teams playing, we will have an opportunity during half times for the fans to win their favorite team jerseys. We will have a performance by our artists, the key feature artists for the finals being Ayani and Dufla, who sang Donjoma Bear. So that will be the song for the soccer tournament. So thank you very much. Karibuni sana. Let's have a fantastic tournament.
Thank you very much.
Donjoma Bear.
Yes, we as we wrap up, thank you. Now, thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Now, before we proceed, I'd like to call upon the teams who are going to feature in this tournament. So, I'll start with FC Leopards. I saw the Secretary General here, somebody to say something before we invite the rest of the team. So, kindly, Secretary General of FC Leopards, Chuko Shukani. A round of applause, the Secretary General of FC Leopards.
First of all, I want to thank ODM for organizing this tournament. It's a blessing to AFC Leopards tournament. And again, as we've just heard, it's going to be like Shan. My names are Isaac Mulindi, the Secretary General of FC Leopards. We are here to display soccer, the best that you can ever get. I want to promise you that you're going to get the best from AFC Leopards. This time around, it's not going to be the systems as usual. It's going to be a tournament at the best. You know, initially I thought that we should not participate in this tournament because AFC has gone through a lot. And we believe as the new office, we wanted to kind of plan well and kind of see what is going to happen. But we are ready. I want to tell you that we are ready for this tournament. It is a blessing to FC Leopards so that we can be able to watch and see what we're going to do when it comes to the league. I want to say to Shabana, thank you so much. I mean, we are learning also from you. Even if FC Leopards started in 1964 and Gor Mahia started in 1968, FC inafaa ikuwe kielelezo. So we are getting back into that line. I want to tell you that you're going to see the best out of FC Leopards in Mombasa. Mama Dago, asanti sana. Without, you know, appreciating you. You've been there for FC Leopards. Wabunge wengine tafadhali, I can see wale wana support mashemegi wako hapa. We cannot hide, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the truth. I always tell people, by the way, that, and this is very, very important for us to note, ikikuja maneno ya pesa na biashara, let us leave it to Central Province, okay? We cannot hide that. But ikikuja kwa talent, God blessed Nyanza and Western as a whole. Kwa Waluya na Wajaluo, do your statistics. Sijui hawa Shabana wametokea wapi. Unajua, I'm getting worried. I'm getting so worried. Naanza kuuliza Mungu. Naanza kuuliza Mungu, what is it that is happening? Because intermarriage, kwa sababu ukiangalia Mkikuyu ule anacheza mpira sana, lazima kuna damu ya Waluya hapo ama Wajaluo. But I want to tell you this. Waluya na Wajaluo. When you come to rugby, Waluya na Wajaluo. When you come to soccer, Waluya na Wajaluo. You cannot leave it out. Unajua, this is not politics ati ile tunasema ya kwamba ati ni mrengo, ati ni nini, hapana. The Luyas and the Luos are the best talent that you can ever find in this country. And this is the problem. We need to support them. We need to put money into it kwa sababu hapo ndio pahali au watu wanakulia. Sasa nawaomba tafadhali, tukitoka Mombasa, wale ambao wako kwa bunge, wale ambao wanasukuma maneno, msukume maneno tuone ya kwamba serikali inasaidia sports and we can go to the levels that you are supposed to go to. I mean, I do wonder kwa sababu ukiangalia Messi ana miguu mbili. Ukiangalia Ronaldo ana miguu mbili. Ukiangalia sijui nani ana miguu mbili. Waluya na nguvu ambayo tunayo na Wajaluo, tafadhali tucheze mpira, tuweke pesa kwa mpira, tumotivate wachezaji ili tupate the best talent that we can never get in this country. Thank you so much and God bless you. We are going for the top. Gor Mahia. Tuangaliane vizuri. Sasa nakwambia Mombasa ndio itaamua. Najua hii bandari tunaicharaza. God bless you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katibu. A round of applause for Katibu. You know, football kwa mdomo ni tamu sana. Lakini uwanjani mambo hubadilika. Now, at this particular moment, I'd like to call upon the gentleman I talked about earlier. The people who are behind Shabana. Daktari, karibu sana. The Secretary General of Shabana. Gentleman ambaye wamefanya kazi wamefanya.
Thank you, Brother Rocho. ODM management, my teammates, that is our big brothers, Gor Mahia, FC Leopards, wageni wote ambao mmekaribishwa, mjambo. Kwa majina vile mmesikia, naitwa Elizafan Kerama, katibu mkuu wa timu ambayo inakuwa kwa kazi sana, Shabana Football Club. Leo hii nimesimama mbeleni mwenyu kwanza kushukuru ODM. Imekuwa ni vizuri ama ni kiashirio sahihi ambacho labda kinahitajika katika wakati huu. Saa hii tunaweza kubaliana ya kwamba tunahitaji hali ya umoja, sio kwa ajili ya timu ya mpira peke yake, lakini kwa taifa lote. Tunahitaji, itakuwa ni vizuri chama cha ODM mmeona ni vizuri kuleta hizi timu ambazo zina present communities together, na kupitia ili najua ya kwamba tunaenda kuendeleza ile hali ya umoja, amani ambao viongozi wetu wanaendelea kueneza katika taifa letu la Kenya. Pili, niruhusu tu niseme ya kwamba hii Shabana imetoka mbali. Vile ndugu yangu Fred Aero amesema, hatujakaa kwa ligi kwa muda mrefu sana. Lakini mmezoona ya kwamba kuna ile hali ya utetemesho tumeleta katika huu mchezo wa kabumbu. Na ningesema kusema ya kwamba sisi si maadui. Tukiwa kwa mpira hatujawahi kuwa maadui. Ni ile tu hali ya upinzani. Lazima tujikaze katika sehemu yetu, wengine pia wajikaze katika sehemu yao, na wanasema ya kwamba huo ndio utamu wa mpira. So leo asubuhi nilikuwa nimeamka kwa group, nikaona kila mtu anaitisha Shabana FC. Nipewe Shabana FC. So finally Gor Mahia tumepewa ama mmepewa Shabana FC. Hiyo siku tutaona mbivu na mbichi katika uwanja wa Mbaraki Stadium. Ninapoongea si uongo, vile Arocha amesema, sisi ndio tunashikilia nafasi ya kwanza, na tunatumai ya kwamba tutaendelea hivyo mpaka pia tuchukue kikombe, tusikie vizuri vile wengine uwanga wanasikia. Na katika hiyo hali pia ninajua ya kwamba kuna zile talanta ambazo tumekuza. Juzi tulikuwa tunaona mchezo mzuri ukichezwa pale Kasarani, wachezaji wetu wakitupresent katika michuano ya CHAN. Na ukijaribu kuangalia hata ukiona ule mtoto ambao umekuza siku moja mbili tatu anaenda into the next step, unasikia roho yako at least kuna ile jambo ambao umefanya, sio kwa yeye peke yake, lakini umeguza hata jamii katika familia hizi. So tunashukuru sana, tumekuwa tukistruggle sana. It is the other day, vile Fred amesema, tulikuwa Camp Toyoyo. At that time tunakuja saa 5 exactly, tunakuja mafuta inaizia njiani, tunakuja tunafika Nairobi, tunacheza. Managing this guy I was like afraid. Timu ilikuja na nimeishiwa, sina pesa, sina kitu yoyote. Na vile uwanga wanasema si uongo, Fred ni roho safi. Fred gave me 10,000 on that day. Tumpigie makofi tafadhali. And at that time nilikuwa nimeishiwa ama tumeishiwa kila kitu. So that 10,000 ilitusaidia, at least wachezaji wakakula, ndio tukajipanga vile tulikuwa tunarudi Kisii. So hii safari mmeona leo hii Shabana tunasherekea imetoka mbali. Na tunaenda mbali bado. Very soon I'm very sure that we are going to present our nation, that is Kenya, in the CAF competitions. Na najua pia vile uwanga tunasupport Gor, tunasupport AFC. When that time comes, wao pia watatupea the necessary. Tuonane Mombasa, tubadilishe hii mpira, tulete umoja katika taifa letu la Kenya, na Mungu awabariki sana. Asante.
Thank you very much, SG. Daktari, good job. Well, before I hand it over to the next speaker, I'd like also to recognize the presence of a gentleman who did a tremendous job during Chan. Now, Chan was not a fluke. Chan was well organized. Let me recognize the presence of the CEO, Mike Rabah. Makofi kwa Rabah, guys. This gentleman, basically all store was rotating around this gentleman. Where now, you guys here, very good job you did during Chan, and we are proud. Now, the giant, you know, when we talk about giants, it's not about number of fans that you have. In soccer, when we talk about giants, it's the accolades, the trophies, whatever you've done. At this moment, let me call upon the giant of Kenyan soccer, Gor Mahia, represented by Sally Bolo. Makofi kwa Sally Bolo. Makofi ya Sally, jamani.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Najua leo tuko kwa function ya ODM, na mimi kama mwenye chama ya ODM, tafadhali wacha tuseme ODM. Thank you very much. My name is Sally Bolo. Before sense of Gor Mahia treasurer, Mr. Gerfa Sokuku, could you just stand and wave? We also have our administration manager, Mr. Ronald Ngala. Our team captain, Philmon Otieno. You know, we were going to play against Shabana. Shabana is a young team in the league. They spent 17 years while playing in the grassroots football. They were actually playing at 11 a.m. Imagine hiyo jua kali hiyo. So, yes, they came at the right time. I'm one of the person who supports community clubs, and Shabana knows during the time that they were at National Super League, we could go with the likes of Fred Aero to support them at Camp Toyoyo. In Central, we have Muranga Seals also coming up. So why do I support community clubs? I know we have FC Leopard. That time that they were doing so badly, most of the time I could do right up and telling FC Leopard that we are big brothers. We don't want to be at the top alone. So we were pushing FC Leopard, but unfortunately, your SG, when SG, you have refused. We have tried to hold your hands, but you are just refusing. You just want to be low. Until now, the young boys, Shabana, is actually taking over. But Shabana is on top of being brief for Gor Mahia. Anyway, I want to take this opportunity to thank ODM. You know very well that the party leader Honorable His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga is the patron of Gor Mahia Football Club. So there was no way we were going to decline your advert to come and participate in this prestigious tournament. And to FC Leopard, Shabana, thank you also for accepting to come and play where the big boys. That I can assure you that mutatoka bila kikombe. Kikombe ni yetu kama Gor Mahia. Unless tuheshimiwa, you know our teams chur timbe. So we can maybe, because Shabana, FC Leopard, even Bandari, they are so loyal. They're so loyal. And since ODM at 20 and our patron is the party leader, I want to... Oh, Ferrari is saying something. Look at this. Was it's a actually did a good job by supporting our ambassadors. You saw that if you win milioni, si ndio? Tulikuwa tunaona hiyo. I know you have put something, a budget. The team wins is 1 million. Next time when we are celebrating ODM, I want you guys to go up higher. We challenged Rene when what women are going to get. As a lady who champions women in leadership or in sport, I think kama wanachama turudi kwa pocket. Umesema mwanaume akiwin ni 1 million. Hii yetu ya wanawake ni kidogo sana. Tafadhali naomba kwa heshima tuongeze hiyo pesa ya wanawake. So to the two beautiful ladies, the waheshimiwa, tafadhali tuangalie maneno. Even our women should also go home happy. All in all, I want to wish each and every team who is going to participate in this tournament all the best. But I want also to assure you that Gor Mahia is going to win this, inshallah. Asante sana.
Well, I said that soccer kwa mdomo inachezwa sana, lakini uwanjani mambo ni mengine. Well, before I finish, before I hand it over to my senior, Peter Aero, to finish, on my own behalf, I'd like to thank ODM. You know, as in the soccer fraternity, ours is just talking about soccer. You guys thinking about celebrating the 20 years, courtesy of the game. I thank you. Now, you talked about a select team that is going to play. We have a media team. The journalists who cover these events, we have a very strong team. So please, if in any case you find it possible, Mheshimiwa is not a striker. Who said that Mheshimiwa is a striker? Otiende Molo is a very good defender. So please, kama mnaweza, there's a team that is normally playing, the sports journalist team. Mkiweza kutupatia nafasi, tuje tufanye mambo yetu. So my senior Peter Aero to finish up with the political side. Makofi ya Rocho jamani ya ye.
Makofi ya Fred mwenyewe, la Duma. You know, this guy reminds me of the late Naftali Nick Okanga. He was one of the best football commentators, very creative. May his soul rest in peace. Bill, Fred, yes. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, I've heard you throw jabs at each other, sijui Gor Mahia, Angoa, sijui FC, sijui Mukochini. My friend, I'm a fan of AFC Leopards, by birth, by blood, by everything. And when I see them performing dismally, I usually call the leadership. I rant at them. Now, why are we behaving like this? Why are we not? Please lift our hearts, bwana, tuko chini. And I'm sure this season they're going to do it. There's a fresh team in office. We voted for them, and we have confidence in this team. You know, Chinua Achebe, in one of his books, Things Fall Apart, said that until the lions have their own historians, the history of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. That's exactly what Salibol has just been doing here. Glorifying Gor Mahia, that you are the husband of teams. Let me tell you, in the 80s, Salibol was still a toddler. When FC Leopards was doing things on the pitch, winning. So, usione Simba menyesho kafikiria ni paka. Shabana pia, you are the top there. FC is coming for you. Home and away. Thank you very much. Now, before I welcome, because this is football and politics, and as Sally said, I want to welcome the teams and our leaders for a group photo. Then after that, I'll welcome the executive director of the ODM party to make his remarks. Then tutasonga hivo hivo. Karibuni teams hapa juu. Teams that are represented here. Maybe let's say FC Leopards wawili, Gor Mahia wawili, Shabana wawili. Then GMT will represent Bandari in absentia. Alafu na hao viongozi. Tafadhali, tuje hapa juu. Okay, njoni nyote tafadhali. Shabana tafadhali kujeni Torebobe. Ingwe ya Matere. Ile song iko wapi? Ilikuwa inaitwa. We also recognize the presence of chair of FKF Trans Nzoia, Mr. Isaac Munene. Tafadhali karibu pia wewe kwa hii group photo. Yeah, warefu wakuwe nyuma. Those who are blessed to be next to the sky, please. Mwende nyuma tafadhali. Omwami, omogambi. This gentleman, Mr. Okuku, tafadhali face the cameras, Those who are sporty enough, please squat. Yeah, even Mheshimiwa, my chairman. Mr. Okuku, tafadhali tuangalie kamera, Alafu nikisema Chungwa Nation, mnasema tukutane Mombasa. Chungwa Nation. Chungwa Nation. Wafotowaji mmepata? Chungwa Nation. Thank you. Haya, asante sana. Tafadhali teremke tushike viti vyetu. Tafadhali. The Secretary General of FC Leopards. Shabana Secretary General. Alafu Vice Chair hiyo timu inaitwa aje? Gor Mahia. Yeah. Thank you. Asante. Chungwa Nation. Chungwa Nation. Thank you. Let's take our seats, please. Now, let me welcome the Executive Director of the ODM party. Asante.
Hey, welcome to my class. Thank you. I want to teach you. If I say ODM, you say tuko tayari. When I say ODM nation, tukutane Mombasa. I want to see who is sharp. ODM. ODM nation. ODM nation. ODM. ODM nation. ODM nation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a very happy man. I'm very happy for 3 reasons. Number 1 is because we are celebrating. You know, some people are asking, why is ODM so excited about 20 years to mount such a big celebration? I want to tell you, this celebration has waited for 20 good years. The first celebration was supposed to be in December 2007. Tuliandaa kila kitu. Then we ended up with tears. It happened again in 2013, 2017, and recently 2022. Now, this one nobody can take away. Hata wakijaribu, wanaweza kuiba hii. That is one of the reasons why we are celebrating. Because we have postponed celebration for a very, very long time. The second reason why we are celebrating is that we are the longest surviving political party. You know, some people might say I'm misrepresenting history because there's some with Cockrell and whatever. They only survived when there was no competition, when they were alone in the field. But immediately multipartyism was introduced, they withered away. But ODM came to the field. We have been there, we are there, and we are going to remain there. So for that reason, we must celebrate. The third reason is that we are the biggest party in Africa. Some people want to zone Africa. There was a time it was south of Sahara and north of Limpopo. But it has been proved that ODM is the largest party in Africa. There is no party in this continent that has got 1.3 million officials, not members. Because if you go to our polling station steering committees, we have 39,000 polling stations. And each has 50 members. Do the math. Then we have got 1,450 wards, each of them with 77 officials. 291 constituencies, including the diaspora, each of them with 77 officials. then 47 counties, each of them with 20 officials, then 43 members of the National Executive Committee, and then our PG, parliamentary group, with 100 members. So if you take all that, it's more than one. The last count we had members. So it's reason enough to celebrate, because people say, you know, with modesty of the British, that you should not blow your own trumpet. If you don't blow your own trumpet, who will know you have a trumpet? Leave alone that you know how to blow it. So as ODM, we must blow our own trumpet. The last but not least reason is that everywhere I go, I find our members are soccer mad. So this celebration would not be complete without football. And that is why we reach out to you, the biggest community clubs, the 4 largest community clubs in this country, to be part of this celebration. So my message is just a message of gratitude to you, AFC Leopards, Bandari, the mighty Gor Mahia, Shabana, for agreeing to be patient. I also want to thank the soccer governing body, Football Kenya Federation, for being part of this and providing us with advice all the way. And I can see this is already a success. Finally, GMT, I want to thank you for the advice. You know, I had my consultant when we were thinking about this, GMT Otieno, the only or the longest surviving recognized FIFA point person in this country. Or is it in Africa? Thank you, GMT. And thank you. And lastly, I've heard many people talking about who will win, who will lose. No loser. But the winner, that one I know, is Chungwa Nation Select. That will be the winner. Thank you very much.
Well, a big clap for our CEO, Mr. Odoro Ngwen. I think you've picked an S from what he said. Now, may I take this opportunity to welcome Mama Dago, the Honorable Beatrice Elachi, to say a few words. Tukisonga mbele. Makofi kwake anapokuja.
Thank you very much. Once again, I think it's good afternoon. Good. First, I want to thank our CEO and to thank Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, because we are here because of this enigma. A man who started a journey that was filled with many, many barriers, burdens, but he moved on. 20 years. We are here today. He has celebrated us. We must celebrate him. He has made us. We must now show him that we have learned his lessons, that today you can imagine we are here, things are moving, and Baba is somewhere. Don't you think he has been a good teacher? That he has taught us well. That if you want to run anything, If you want to run an institution, then you must learn to have a team. And you must let that team do exactly what you believe in. And I think that is why we are here. Baba believes in soccer. Asanali. When he's watching it, when it is winning, you can see even from his, you find Baba so excited and he's watching and he's so concentrated. That time you won't even imagine he's the guy. So we are here because of him. We celebrate 20 years in this country. I find many people really wondering, have you ever wondered if Baba was not in Kenya, what Kenya would? Have you ever sat down and imagined all the rights you enjoy today? You always see people abuse each other, people do everything. Courtesy of Baba. Because he's the one who ensured you have a constitution that can take you anywhere in this country, that gives you freedom, administrative of justice, and all that. So as we celebrate 20 years, we must tell ourselves, what is this that you pick from His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga? What do you go home with? That one day you will remember and say, this ideology, this value, I picked from him, and it will never leave me. It will never leave my family. It will never leave what I believe in leadership, in service. That is what we have to pray for the many years to come, that Kenya will stand and remember this one enigma of Africa, a Pan-Africanist, a leader who believes in social justice, a leader who believes that everyone in Kenya must have, even if he doesn't have, but everyone in Kenya must have. That is what we celebrate for 20 years. We want to thank you, Baba. We say, as ODM, as women in ODM, we will always stand for the values that you taught us, for the truthfulness, for what you have said. Serve your people. Serve as if tomorrow will not be there, and we will continue serving. ODM. 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 Tukutane Mombasa. Asante sana.
Asante sana, Honorable Elachi, for those words. I want to recognize the presence of one of the former footballers, one of the best midfielders in Kenya, Bernard Mangoli. Asante sana. Even Fred played football, eh? Fred Arocho was one of the best, yes, ballers around. Any other former footballer around in the room? Sali itafadhali. Thank you very much. Now, let me welcome Honorable Peter Aero, Member of Parliament for Kibra constituency, and one man who has supported football in this country. Karibu.
Asante sana. Arocho, si ungesema tulicheza na wewe. Yeah, they were twin brothers. Na walikuwa nacheza double four. Those days tukicheza. Anyway, sina mengi sana ya kusema. But I want to say that to me, sports is everything. Sports and politics go hand in hand. As I walk, I can never be in a sporting place where I don't meet my former player or the current player. Hata hapa ndani, naona mchezaji wangu wako hapo. So during my time, the only thing God gave me is to identify talent. And in all the national team, including the Chan, the top scorer was my last student. Ryan. And we can count back all the years. People only say I was in Uphill. I started in Kamukunji. That is where we developed great players in this country. We can name them one time out of 2016 were my players when I was in Kamukunji. So I want to encourage you. And when I was there, GMT, Mbos, and the late Job Ombogo, were my instructor. Boss was my instructor as a referee. I was also a referee in football. After playing, we left, now we became referees. I am a testimony for sports people who can be raised to another level. I am an MP because of sports. And that is why we say sports and politics are never at variance. They always go together. And I believe that as a sportsman, we need to be together, we need to work for each other. And why we are celebrating ODM at 20? Why are we bringing sports people? Because politics brings people together. And sports also bring people together. Lakini pia tukiwaleta si pia tunatafuta votes Sio bure tu tunaenda kucheza alafu mseme sisi tutafuti votes. Shabana, tafadhali mkitoka hapo kweni ODM members wote, FC pia tukue ODM members wote, because we are in this thing together. It is not about tribalism. We have regional teams. They also have regional teams. When you are in North London, you cannot support the other team. When you are at Man U, you can't support Man City. They are all regional blocks. So we are encouraging all of us to have regional clubs so that we can raise the standards of football in this country. I am a believer of excellence in whatever we do. I want to thank our ODM party. I am also celebrating my 20 years as a member of the ODM party. We joined Baba together. Now, there are 3 things we have common in Baba. Baba can postpone his flight to watch Arsenal. I wonder how many of you can postpone your flights to watch FC and Man U and Shabana, the limping ships. Man U ni Shabana ni kama Arsenal. Watakaa tu hapo. Ikifika crunch time. I am also an Arsenal fan, but you know, every time we are let down. But this time we want to encourage Shabana to show it to the world. Show it to the world that you can interfere and interrupt the consistency of the big teams. Kogalo, Gor Mahia. Mayenga, Yengo Ping. I also support Gor as a fan, but I'm a fan of FC. During our time, if Gor wins, tulikuwa tunachukua wasichana wa FC. FC wakishida, wanachukua wa Gor. Ndio maana tunaitana shemeji. Sijui kama bado iko hivyo, inaendelea hivyo. Sasa tumeendelea na Shabana, Otherwise, why we are here, I just want to say, as a technical committee and all the senior teams, you have things to ask about the technical matters. A lot of experience. Nimeona secretary wa Gor ameingia hapa kisirisiri. I know you'll give him time. He has been a friend of mine and a colleague of mine. Somebody who loves football, and that is why he's here. Otherwise, asanteni sana, mimi sina mengi ya kusema. Lakini ukiwa Kibra, tafadhali register. Register Kibra. Hiyo pia iko. Asante sana.
Asante sana mwalimu. Mwalimu, you know, there's one thing I want to tell you, to go and talk to your colleagues ambao wako shule bado. There are so many talents that are being stagnated in secondary schools in the name of playing for the teams. Until it reaches a time that when they have reached their prime, they cannot even qualify to play in major leagues abroad because of age. So we need to have these students take your 4 years in school, showcase your talent, release them, get new players, train them, nurture them, release them to join other clubs to play in the Premier League. Then they can get an opportunity to play outside of Kenya. I think when you talk to your fellow former principals, and current principals sitting in the Kenya Secondary School Sports Association pass this information to them. Now, let me welcome, ever since FIFA made it mandatory that every soccer team that participates in any league must have a women team, women have been very, very involved in matters football. In the past, it used to be called leg ball because they had not been recognized by FIFA. But now it's women's soccer. And that's why we have Madam Rosa Buyo here, Mheshimiwa, the woman rep for Kisumu County. And I think the MP for Kisumu West constituency, former woman rep Kisumu County, and the Secretary for Political Affairs to come and talk to us. And also urge Bunge FC to introduce a ladies team so that they can also play football. Thank you very much.
Italy, you're not wrong. When you get a position and you perform really well, people will always remember you in that position. But I graduated. I'm now Member of Parliament, Kisumu West constituency. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the soccer fraternity for honoring our request and invitation. Asanteni sana sana. I was looking at this screen and I don't know why I felt emotional. I felt like, hey, surely, is this ODM just a political party? Which political party would be doing things like this? And then I said, it's not a political party. ODM is a movement, a real movement, a movement that brings people together from all walks of life, a movement that believes in social democracy, where each talent, each person in this country is encouraged to live to their highest potential. That is ODM. ODM has been here for 20 years. No other party in this country has survived beyond an election. We form parties to run an election, and after the election, the parties die and we come up with new parties. But this ODM has been here for 20 good years, struggling to make Kenya a better place. Along the way, we've lost many, many, many people. Young people, soccer players who are also ardent politicians. And those are the people we seek to celebrate in this 20th year celebration. We want to celebrate them in absentia for all the effort they put to ensure that Kenya is a better country to live in. We want to celebrate soccer. We want to celebrate all the big sports in this country that have given thousands of Kenyans an opportunity to better their lives. That is what this celebration is also about. We also know that a few months back, this country would have gone to the dogs. But ODM, through its party leader, Raila Amolo Odinga, stepped up. At that particular time when we had the Gen Z demonstrations, it was easy for ODM and Raila Amolo Odinga to say, this is our opportunity to take over this country. But ODM put the country above everything else. And ODM said, it doesn't matter if we ever wanted to rule this country, but there's no point of ruling a country where there's no country, a country where there are no people. And so through Raila Amolo Odinga, ODM stepped it up. And because of ODM, we still have a country. That is another celebration we are doing on the 20th year celebration. Celebrating that with all the flaws that Kenya might have, we still have a country called Kenya, where we are able to rule ourselves as Kenyans. There's an opportunity to sort out all the messes that we have when we have the general election. But for now, ODM stepped up to ensure that we have a country and that people like soccer lovers can still continue loving their soccer, musicians like Prince Inda can still play their music, other people can still do what they like best because Kenya is still there. That is what we're celebrating. So, in honor of Raila Amolo Odinga and ODM, I'm just going to ask you humbly, some of you might not be in ODM, but if I say ODM, kindly just say, tuko tayari. Tuko tayari doesn't mean tuko tayari for anything. For this purpose, tuko tayari for the celebration, okay? So even if you're not a member of ODM, just say tuko tayari. So if I say ODM, we say tuko tayari. If I say ODM Nation, that one we will all say tukutane Mombasa. Is that okay? ODM! Lakini hiyo tuko tayari ni ile ya tuko tayari. ODM. 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 ODM at 20. ODM at 20. ODM nation. And from Mzee Raila Molo Odinga, let's just igwe that man, because without Raila yawa igwe. Raila Molo Odinga igwe. Yawa Raila yawa igwe. Yawa Gor Mahia yawa igwe. Yawa AFC yawa igwe. Yawa Shabana Shashasha igwe. Yawa Bandari yawa igwe. Thank you very much. Tukutane Mombasa.
Thank you very much. Yawa Rosa Buru Yawa. Thank you very much. You know, the first Bunge FC was started in the 60s. The first captain, I think, Honorable Tenda Molo, if I'm not wrong, was called Honorable Eric Hasahala. Honorable Eric Hasahala was a member of parliament for Aim Higher, where I originally come from. So we are home of footballers. And it has grown to become what it is today. The immediate former captain was called Honorable Wafula Wamunyenyi. And now the captain of Bunge FC is called Honorable Paul Otiende Amolo. He's also the national vice chairman of the ODM. May I have the pleasure of welcoming Honorable Otiende Amolo to come and deliver his speech. Karibu.
Thank you, Philip. I'll be very brief. My name is Otiende Amolo. I warn myself that as the national vice chair of the party that has invited all 4 teams, I must be neutral. And I warn myself that as part of the technical committee, if we don't show neutrality, there might be a claim of bias against us. And as a lawyer, that can be dangerous. I also warn myself that as now the selected captain of the team, the select team that is going to play, which includes everyone, people who support all these teams, again, I must be neutral. But that does not stop me from disclosing that I'm the legal partner of the person who has supported Gor Mahia for more than 10 years, Ambrose Rachiere. And the truth is, I was quite happy when some of you were being identified. The SG, Daktari, because ultimately each team will only stand strong if they're not a group, but 1 or 2 people who volunteer to stand with them for bringing up Shabana to where it is now. Having said that, I'll only say 3 things. First is about the Chungwa Nation Select FC. This is going to be an exhibition match, not a competitive match like the others. So, although we'll be playing a select team from the 3rd place playoff, we expect that those of you who are former footballers, Treasury Winja, to also, Daktari, to adorn Shabana colors and come and play. Because this is a team that will include governors, senators, members of parliament, MCAs, people from the Youth League, from the National Elections Governing Council, and it will be combined. And the whole thing is, although there's competition, the whole idea of ODM 20 is a celebration. And celebration must be fun. So we will be there. We will be quite competitive, as the ED said. We will still win. But don't just select your players in 18 and 20 to come and play us. We want people in the management also to come and play. And the match will be 30 minutes each, because it's an exhibition before the final match. And for that team, we will provide the appropriate jerseys adorned in ODM colors. That's number 1. Number 2, the ED said, and it is true, that the ODM party is the oldest party in terms of continuity, which is true. It is also the largest party in terms of representation, which is true. But I think it is also the party, that is given to the most beautiful colors, the most beautiful drama, and we can be dramatic. And the one party that no matter what you do, like them or hate them, without be quite boring. And therefore, we have three categories of people in this country. There are ODM members, as the ED said. Then there are ODM supporters who may not be members, but they're supporters. And the third category are those who aspire to be ODM members. So choose where you belong. The sooner the better. But it is important to say for purposes of this tournament that although it is a celebration of ODM at 20, it is not a closed shop. It is an open shop. We invite everyone, including those who want to know how we've survived for 20 years, even if you want to go and form your own party in future, come and celebrate with us. Lastly, is to congratulate the 4 teams. It is important that it is understood that the selection of these teams is based on a criteria. And they are basically 2. First, these are easily you heard when AFC started, when Gor Mahia, followed by Bandari and Shabana, not as institutional teams, but as community teams. For the institutional teams, we had many which also died in the course of the way. So right now in the league, if you talk of the community teams that are oldest on the league, then you will only find these 4. Any other is much, much more recent. So if we next year increase the tournament to 6, to 8, then we can include the others. But it also so happened that these are the regions that the ODM has the broadest support. And that is also helpful in that respect. Having understood it, I like the competition shown by the 4 teams. And I like them chongo and no. I'm sure if Bandari was here, they would say that because they are the host team, all that you are saying would be hot air. Because they would swear, and I'm sure they'll be swearing to win. But as we do that, let us remember what was said at the very beginning. This should be a competition for fun that does not damage you, that does not cause injuries, that does not draw you back anywhere in the Premier League in terms of your competition. And the way you care for your team is the way each other team cares for their own. So let us be competitive, but with a brotherly spirit. And may the best team win. And while at that, as Irene said that for the women's competition, they'll be getting 2,500. For us here, this team, before we come to the party, let us improve it to 5,000 first. And so, as a matter of fact, the calculation is this. With 5,000, it already comes to 140. But I don't want to close it. What I want to suggest is that as a technical team, we improve it from the 2,500 to 5,000. And then we come to the ED and ask the ED, please now top up. Then even the ladies will be happy. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you. That is given. Sali umesikia? Thank you. Ladies must be recognized. I think we are coming to the close of this ceremony. We've had a very good morning. Now it's afternoon. We thank each and every one of you who participated in this. The organizing committee, the steering committee led by Honorable Rene Mayaka and company. Homeboys, we like this. This is what should be happening in Kenya. I think if you can partner with FKF, we can be having more of this very beautiful stuff. Yes. We need to grow our football. We need to make football our daily cup of tea. Eat, sleep, drink football like European countries do. And for your information, the biggest team in Europe is playing tonight. Arsenal is hosting Olympiacos. So make sure you have supper very early by 6. You take the night tea by 8:30. Then 10, relax, sit back and watch football being played. Masters of serious comeback. Arsenal. Thank you. That's on a light.
You said we take meal early because Arsenal might disappoint. Thank you.
Yeah, Fred, I didn't hear what you said. I think you speak in Greek. You are speaking in Greek or something, huh? Okay. Now, I've been told by Honorable Rene that all the SGs, the 3 SGs for the 3 football clubs to remain behind as the rest of us take leave. There's a cup of tea, I don't know. Yes, there's a cup of tea right outside there. There's enough tea, there's coffee. Those who love coffee, there's coffee. Those who love green tea, there's green tea. And thank you very much for your time. Let's meet in Mombasa. Chungwa Nation. Chungwa Nation. God bless Kenya. God bless ODM. Thank you very much.
You never know me, don't like me, no apology. The jealousy, watching me go overseas. You will never know, no peace. Let me win, let me win. Winning this is for me right before my enemies, so they can see I'm living in my prophecy.